chances are by now you've seen the new truck show up. And I don't know, I've sold plenty of trucks the last couple years, and I haven't really regretted any of them, except for my red truck that was my first Cummins. I probably shouldn't have sold that. Look at this, I got all kinds of fire starters. But this truck sitting behind me, I bought it from an old cowboy. So, dubbed this truck cowboy truck. Guy's name was Ken. Ended up becoming one of my, I would say, best friends. Kind of guy that would stop and do anything for you. You know, if you needed a hand, even if you didn't know what he's doing, he'd come down and give you a hand. And I'd like to say he could count on me to do the same if you needed some help. But, you know, this truck, I've actually been using it quite a bit this last year. Outfitted it with the Trail FX bumper from Black Patch Performance. You can put a set of 3rd gen Laramie aluminums on here. Fresh meats on the tire. Things I always say, if you're going to keep a 24 valve, do this, and that's put a fast lift pump on it, and that's what I did. It's got a fast 95 under the back, so you can count on the injection pump always having fuel, because factory lift pumps on these are prone to fail, and when they fail, your injection pump tries to, you know, pick up the loss, and well, it overexerts itself and, you know, kills that too, so it costs even more and more money. Well, the whole point being is I'd like to use this truck more, but switching trucks all the time just doesn't really make much sense. So I'm gonna put this one up for sale, and it's a way I'm gonna justify a couple shop purchases that I got coming up this year by selling off some of the inventory I have now. So I've never bought anything from Eastwood before, but I want to try out some of these gadgets. This is actually pretty expensive compared to Harbor Freight, but we're gonna see how aggressive this is. See down here, it's got rhino line on the bottom of the truck. Well, it's coming off on the bed. So I'm gonna try my best to rough that all out and put new stuff on there to clean this old girl up. And other than that, I don't need to do anything else to it. It's got a rebuilt transmission that I did, so I know it's good. Transfer case, everything was rebuilt as well. Engine related stuff, there's not much to really mess with up there. It's stock. And you know, it's got a fresh seat cover, this and that. So we're gonna unbox this thing real quick. These things seem mean. Do the job right. Quickly removes paint, rust, and more. That's probably, you know, steel. Surface conditions metal. 1,000 to 3,700 RPM variable speed. Powerful 9 amp motor. What do you call this thing? A contour? SCT. Honestly, I didn't know what to look up when I was trying to find one of these things. But apparently you can buy one of these at Harbor Freight now. They didn't offer that before I spent a lot of money on this for my one job. So, I spent double the amount and I got an Eastwood. It's name brand. No way. And it came with a paddle. They said it didn't come with a paddle. Well, we can go straight to work with this. It's already geared and set up. Look at it's heavy. It is heavy. Got more fire starter. Kind of a bummer. I'm in here on a rainy day, which is awesome. Look forward to that. But the dang Challenger's in here. So we'll start on the far side of this thing. We'll start with this ain't gonna take crap off. We're gonna have to upgrade to one of those other two that I bought. But we'll try this first. See how it does. Best of you guys, cheated on you. Tried on the other side. It needs help. So the big problem here is this bed was green originally. Did a pretty good job of repainting this thing white, not gonna lie. Actually pretty good. Down here, didn't get a lot of prep going on, and water actually got behind this rhino lining and it was starting to rust. There's just a little surface rust. It's not rotted through like some of you guys that like to get rid of your truck as you're going down the highway. But I want to go ahead and flake this stuff off. I tried to hit it with the pressure washer. That's how the back all came off. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can pry under some of this stuff. Because back here, it just started peeling off. Before we get the big dog out, let's just go ahead and scrape the junk off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't want to hurt the paint though. Over there I learned that you definitely got to have still a somewhat smooth surface because you can see chunks through it, even with Rhino line. Let's see here. This spot was real bad. It's caked with mud and junk. Went a little too above and beyond right here, to be honest with you. Get behind that just a little bit. Not going to worry about too much underneath there. And again, it's just a work truck, but I wanted to open that up a little bit so that it can breathe and that stuff can fall out of there. Put that other door there. Something you can hear where it did good. Now, don't be fooled when you're putting Rhino liner on it that you don't have to make it look kind of good underneath, as in don't leave a bunch of big chunks of old Rhino liner sticking up, or whatever this stuff is, bed liner. Don't be that fool thinking that this stuff will go on thick and you won't notice. You know, I was that guy 5 minutes ago. You gotta do some good prep work, just like regular paint. Putting the hardcore everything remover on here. You guys will see this thing in action in about 30 seconds. It's pretty hardcore, to say the least. And I only got it set at number 3. I don't know how high it goes actually. 6. We're not at full potential. All right, you ready for this? Click on, hold it, let's go. Anywhere that I held this thing went right through the white paint. I'm gonna just go through and scuff this smooth because this stuff's holding on pretty solid. The other spots on the truck, I took it down to some layer of paint. And on my left eye keeps fogging up right there. What is the word? What? Why just the left eye? Quick, easy, satisfying. That's kind of fun to do. We're gonna switch over to the fine tune one here, blend it all together. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. It doesn't take too much more time just to smooth everything out like I did there than just to go ham, caveman style. Watch out, your keyway will fall out if you're not careful. Stay in there, boy. Directional, sure. This right here, I wouldn't consider anybody would be doing this on a professional level as, I don't know, maybe this would cover up rust, which not the case here. It's a solid truck, but I mean, the prep work is minimal if you're going to be putting Rhino line on it compared to actual paint. You just need to rough it up, smooth it out. It will take care of a lot of the blemishes because it's Rhino line. And you don't need to do a lot of prep work because it will literally stick to the bed of your truck with zero prep, except for maybe a pressure washer. So let's get this blended together with this guy. Spins this one a lot faster than it spins the other one. Woo. Doesn't look bad. By the way, I do have a fan exhausting all this junk out of here, so. Now here's where you get really generous with the brake clean. And just hose her down. Gonna leave all this stuff up here and not mask it off. That dust will keep the other crap from sticking. And I'm not really throwing too much pressure at all this, so it's not. Oh, damn it. It's not gonna pick it all up and throw it up on the rest of the truck. Alright, now here comes, oh, well, I missed a spot. Here comes the fun part that I've been looking forward to for a while now. Spraying her down. It's about $8, $10 a piece, so, yeah, I almost burned one of them just on the two panels on the other side. But I had to go a little thick, so I didn't do enough prep on the first one. Let's see how this one plays out. Just keep her moving. Every time you stop with this stuff, you spray in one spot, it looks like a paintball hit it. Yeah, that looks quite a bit better in person than the other side does. On camera, yeah, it looks pretty damn good on camera. I'll just tell you guys, the other side looks great too. In person, on camera, stuff looks either really bad or it looks really good. Damn, that's actually coming on really nice. That's actually pretty awesome. All right, well. Well, I'm gonna have to go to town and get another can. So this went from a $20 rebuild to a $30. Well, I just ran to town, got some cans for the other side, but she turned out real nice, real nice. Turned out it's about as sweet as McDonald's sweet tea, and those are awesome. I think I'm at the point where I'm ready to rip the tape off, and you guys will just have to trust me that the other side's done. Nice and dusty up there. Let's go ahead and I'm going to save this for the other side. Thinking ahead. How about that? Alright. Damn, that looks a lot better. Oh, it's going to end up being about 20 bucks each side. Get the other side wrapped up, get this truck cleaned up. I still got to do a full detail job inside. Everything else is literally ready to rock and roll mechanically on this truck. Thankfully I don't have to touch any of that because I've already done all of it. I mean, all of it. 1,000 miles on it. And I normally don't put too many miles on the trucks that I plan on selling. This one I was in between on selling and keeping and selling and keeping. And I just get tired of the runaround from folks online, but damn, she looks good. Okay. That cleaned this truck up a lot. Pretty happy with that. Looks good. A little high back there, but that's where he had the old marks, so whatever. You guys want to see something crazy? I mean, obviously it removed a lot of material. That just from one side would hit the ground. I mean, how much crap went up in the air? Something else. But that little, I don't even know where it is, laying on the ground over here. This side's good and dry. It's been hours. I mean, not, I'm going to put it in the rain good and dry, but you know, it's good to the touch. This side, I left my fingerprints right there because, well, I was an idiot. Didn't test it down here where you can't see, which somehow that's dry, but this one's not. She turned out awesome. Like that, it's got dust on it. But, I mean, that really brought some character back to this old truck. You can see here where I didn't prep it very good. You guys can see that little line. Oh, fingernail went through it. She's not dry, but she's dry. If I would have just prepped it a little bit more, that wouldn't have been much to take that off there, but adds more character, more story to the truck. I'll go ahead and get this sweeped out because it's a mess. I mean, it's on everything. I covered that car the best I could. Something that a leaf blower would take care of. Kind of range. Even after that super clean job, we still got a bunch of junk on the ground. He's got his second hole in the tire today from another stray object shaped like a nail. Look at all this junk on here. Look how good it looks down there. Let's bring some life back to it. Yeah, that looks a lot better now. Worth, it actually took 3 cans. 12 bucks a can. 36 bucks. Give her the poor man's hand wash. Well, not poor. The lazy man's hand wash. It's not foaming up very good. Don't spray the Rhino line too hard.
Well, boys and girls, unfortunately, that's all the footage I had of the old cowboy truck. Posted this thing up on Marketplace that night. Next day, somebody came and snatched this thing up. The guy drove 4 hours to get this truck. It's truly awesome, and I'm glad it went to a good home. Sad to see it go, and I know some people might say, why didn't you just go a little bit more aggressive onto the paint job and fix all of it up? Because, clear coat's coming off and stuff like that. Well, we're going to call this a $30 redneck rebuild on the lower quarters of this truck. Didn't have any rust issues, but just a little cosmetic help goes a long ways. Having that nice shiny black undercoat makes it look so much better. It pops with the bumper on the front. I'm just happy at how this whole thing turned out. On the green truck, I went through and I did a lot of work on it. That was the last major, well, it was 2 projects ago actually. I did a bunch of work to it, and the guy I sold it to, he actually painted a different color. I couldn't believe it. It was brand new paint, and he went and stripped it, but that's his truck now. Can't complain. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this simple little fix. Bring this truck back to life just a little bit more. Truly happy it went to a good home. Guy actually went home and discovered my videos after he, wanted to do a little work on this whole truck just to, fine tune some stuff. Maybe dually swap, which would be kind of rare to see that on a short bed 2nd gen. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and here's a video of the guy picking the truck up at literally midnight, and he's got a 4-hour drive home. So thanks again for watching. Say peace out, old cowboy truck, in the comments below. Truly an awesome truck, and I'm happy I had a good time with this old truck. Saved it from going to the junkyard or something like that, because it's a perfect condition truck for going to work in. See you guys in the next one. Later.
The old cowboy truck hitting the road. It's got to knock out like a 4-hour drive tonight. It's midnight. Sound like he's getting better at shifting. It was pretty rough. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
That was first gear. I was like,